Good evening, beautiful souls. Today I want to talk about something that can transform your life: how to never let anger and frustration control you. Because let's be honest, people will test you. They'll push your buttons, disappoint you, and sometimes even try to break you. But here's what I know for sure. You are in control of your emotions, not the other way around. This is a truth that, once fully embraced, can change the way you experience life. But too often, we live in a way that suggests the opposite. We allow circumstances, other people's words, and even minor inconveniences to dictate our mood, our reactions, and ultimately, our peace of mind. We wake up in a good mood, but then we get stuck in traffic, and suddenly frustration takes over. A friend forgets to call us back, and now we're irritated. Someone makes a careless comment, and now our entire day is thrown off. But the real question is, who is really in control in those moments? Is it you, or is it the external world? If you think about it, most people go through life like a boat without an anchor, tossed around by every wave that comes their way. They feel happy when things go right and miserable when things go wrong. They react instead of responding. They let their emotions take the driver's seat, unaware that emotions are meant to be passengers, not the ones steering the wheel. But what if you decided, right now, that no matter what happens, you will not be ruled by emotions that come and go like the wind? What if you made a choice, an intentional, conscious choice, that you are the master of your emotions and not the other way around? Understanding this doesn't mean you won't ever feel anger, sadness, or frustration. It means that when these emotions arise, you recognize them for what they are: temporary feelings, not permanent realities. It means you allow yourself to feel, but you don't let those feelings control your actions, your words, or your state of mind. It means you stop being a victim of your emotions and start becoming the observer of them. Instead of saying, "I'm angry," say, "I notice that I am feeling anger." See the difference? One makes you identify with the emotion, the other reminds you that you are separate from it. When you realize you are in control, you stop letting small things ruin big moments. You stop overreacting to situations that don't deserve your energy. You stop allowing other people's behavior to dictate your mood. Because at the end of the day, no one can make you feel anything without your permission. You decide what gets to stay in your mind and what you let go of. You decide whether a problem controls you or whether you control how you handle it. You decide if you let anger consume you or if you release it before it poisons your peace. And here's the most powerful part. When you become the master of your emotions, you become unshakable. You gain the ability to walk into any room, any situation, and any conversation with a sense of inner calm that no one can take away from you. You develop emotional intelligence, the kind that allows you to pause before reacting, to think before speaking, and to choose peace over chaos again and again. So the next time you feel anger creeping in, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself, you are in control. Your emotions are visitors, not landlords. They do not own you, and they do not have the final say in how your life unfolds. That power belongs to you and you alone. People will say things, do things, and act in ways that might frustrate, disappoint, or even hurt you. But here's the truth: what they do is about them, not you. Their actions are shaped by their own experiences, fears, insecurities, and mindset. Yet, too often, we take what others say and do personally, as if their behavior is a reflection of our worth. It's not. It never was. How someone treats you says everything about them and nothing about you. But how you respond, that speaks volumes about who you are. Think about it. Have you ever had a moment when someone snapped at you for no apparent reason? Maybe they were rude, dismissive, or passive-aggressive. Instinctively, your first reaction might have been to feel offended, upset, or even angry. But take a step back. Was their outburst truly about you? Or was it about something deeper going on within them? Maybe they were having a bad day, struggling with their own problems, or carrying wounds you know nothing about. People project their inner battles onto others all the time, and if you absorb their negativity, you make their struggle your own. The moment you realize that people's actions are about them, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. You stop internalizing their moods, their words, and their behaviors. You stop letting someone's bad attitude ruin your peace. You stop overthinking, replaying conversations in your head, wondering what you did wrong, when in reality their behavior had nothing to do with you in the first place. But here's where your power comes. In how you respond is always your choice. You can react emotionally, feeding into their negativity, or you can respond with wisdom, emotional intelligence, and self-control. You can choose to match their energy, letting anger or resentment take over, or you can rise above it, knowing that their storm does not have to become yours. Imagine you're walking down the street, and someone hands you a heavy bag filled with anger, frustration, or bitterness. You don't have to take it. You can simply say, "No, thank you," and keep moving. That's the power of response. Some people will be kind, some will be difficult, and some will be downright toxic. But at the end of the day, you are the one who decides how much power they have over your mind, your emotions, and your peace. You are the one who decides whether you hold on to resentment or let it go. You are the one who decides whether to be reactive or intentional. When you understand that how you respond is about you, not them, you take your power back. This is not about being passive or allowing people to mistreat you. It's about choosing to respond in a way that protects your peace, your dignity, and your emotional well-being. It's about knowing that no one can control how you feel unless you let them. It's about understanding that inner peace is not found in changing others, but in mastering yourself. When you stop reacting to every little thing, when you stop letting other people's chaos disturb your inner world, you become unshakable. So the next time someone's words or actions try to pull you into their storm, pause, breathe. Remember, their behavior is a reflection of them, not you. But your response? That's all you. Choose wisely. Peace is a choice, not a privilege. It is not something reserved for the lucky, the wealthy, or those who have perfect lives. It is not something that just happens when everything in your world aligns. Peace is not a gift handed to you by life. It is a decision you make every single day, no matter what is happening around you. Too often we believe that peace is something external, something that comes when our problems are solved, when people treat us right, when we finally reach a certain level of success or security. We say, "I'll be at peace when I have more money. I'll be at peace when my family understands me." Or, "I'll be at peace when life finally stops throwing challenges my way." But peace doesn't work like that. Because if your peace depends on external circumstances, you will never truly have it. Life will always bring difficulties. People will always have opinions. Unexpected situations will always arise. If your peace is conditional, you will spend your life chasing something that constantly slips through your fingers. Real peace is an internal decision. It is a choice to remain calm in the face of chaos, to protect your energy no matter what is happening, to refuse to let the outside world dictate your inner world. It means choosing to let go of things you cannot control, refusing to engage in unnecessary battles, and deciding that your mental and emotional well-being are more important than reacting to every little thing that disturbs you. It means recognizing that peace is not found in a perfect life, but in a peaceful mind. Think about it. Two people can experience the same situation, yet one remains calm while the other is consumed by stress. Why? Because one has chosen peace while the other has surrendered to circumstances. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you interpret and respond to it. Choosing peace means refusing to let the small inconveniences of life steal your joy. It means understanding that traffic delays, rude people, and unexpected challenges are all a part of life, but they do not have to control your mood or your state of mind. It means learning to pause before reacting, to breathe before speaking, to walk away from negativity instead of engaging with it. But let's be clear, choosing peace does not mean ignoring problems or pretending that everything is fine when it isn't. It does not mean avoiding conflict or allowing people to mistreat you. It means handling life's challenges with wisdom and composure, addressing issues without losing yourself in anger or frustration, and protecting your mental and emotional health above all else. It is a choice to forgive, not because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve peace. It is a choice to walk away from arguments that lead nowhere, to disengage from drama, and to remove yourself from toxic environments. It is a choice to focus on what truly matters instead of getting distracted by things that are not worth your time or energy. The most powerful thing about peace is that once you learn to choose it, you stop depending on the world to give it to you. You stop needing other people to behave a certain way. You stop waiting for circumstances to be perfect, and you stop allowing the outside world to dictate your emotions. You create peace from within, and when you do that, nothing and no one can take it away from you. So ask yourself, in every moment, am I choosing peace? When someone tests your patience, when life throws unexpected challenges your way, when things don't go as planned, pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that peace is not found outside of you. It is found in the choices you make. And you, and only you, have the power to choose it. Mastering detachment is mastering freedom. It is the art of letting go of the need to control, the need to be right, the need to be understood, and the need to be validated by others. It is not about being indifferent or emotionless. It is about understanding that attachment to outcomes, people, and situations is what creates suffering. True freedom comes when you learn to release the things that weigh you down, the expectations that bind you, and the fears that keep you trapped in cycles of frustration, disappointment, and stress. Most people go through life holding on too tightly to relationships, to material things, to expectations of how life should unfold. They tie their happiness to external circumstances, thinking, I'll be happy when this happens, or I can't be okay unless this person treats me a certain way. This attachment creates suffering because life is unpredictable. People change. Plans fall apart. Things don't always go the way we hope. And if your peace is attached to these things, then every time something shifts, you suffer. Detachment does not mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. It means you love without possessing, you give without expecting, and you live without fearing loss. It means understanding that everything in life is temporary moment, every experience, and every relationship. When you embrace this truth, you stop fearing change. You stop resisting the natural flow of life. You learn to appreciate things while they are present, but remain unshaken when they leave. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you grip it too tightly, it slips through your fingers. But if you hold it gently, it stays in your hand. This is how life works. The more you try to control things, the more you push them away. The more you try to force people to stay, the more they resist. But when you let go of the need to control everything, you create space for life to unfold naturally without resistance. One of the greatest forms of detachment is learning to detach from other people's opinions. The moment you realize that what others think about you is none of your business, you gain an incredible sense of freedom. People will judge, they will misunderstand you, they will have their own perceptions, but none of that has to affect your peace unless you let it. The need for approval is a chain that keeps you bound. When you stop seeking validation from others, you walk through life with a sense of confidence and peace that cannot be shaken. Detachment also means letting go of the past. Many people live in regret, holding on to past mistakes, past hurts, and past versions of themselves. But the past is unchangeable. No amount of overthinking, blaming, or wishing can undo what has already happened. Freedom comes when you learn to accept, forgive, and move forward. The same applies to the future. Worrying about what might happen steals the peace of the present. When you detach from both past regrets and future anxieties, you start truly living in the moment. Another powerful aspect of detachment is understanding that you are not your emotions. Feelings come and go, just like waves in the ocean. You may feel sadness, anger, or disappointment, but you do not have to become these emotions. You can observe them, acknowledge them, and let them pass without letting them consume you. When you detach from emotional reactions, you gain the power to respond to life with wisdom and clarity instead of being controlled by fleeting feelings. Mastering detachment does not mean living without love, passion, or ambition. It means loving deeply without possessing, working hard without being obsessed with results, and living fully without fearing loss. It means embracing life's beauty without being afraid of its impermanence. When you learn to let go, you step into a new level of peace, power, and freedom because nothing outside of you has control over your happiness. And that is the ultimate liberation. Your energy is your greatest asset. Protect it. Every day, from the moment you wake up, you are spending energy. Every thought you entertain, every conversation you engage in, every emotion you allow to take root is either fueling you or draining you. But most people don't realize this. They treat their energy as if it is limitless, giving it away to people and situations that do not deserve it, engaging in battles that do not serve them, and allowing negativity to seep into their mind without a second thought. Just like you wouldn't allow someone to walk into your home and trash it, you should not allow anything or anyone to invade your mental and emotional space with toxic energy. Yet, how often do we let people's negativity affect us? How often do we absorb drama that has nothing to do with us? How often do we scroll through social media, filling our minds with noise that drains our spirit? Protecting your energy means being selective about what you consume, who you surround yourself with, and where you invest your emotions. Not everyone and everything deserves access to you. There are people who, whether intentionally or not, drain your energy with their complaints, their negativity, their drama, or their constant need for validation. There are conversations that leave you feeling heavy and exhausted rather than inspired and uplifted. There are habits like overthinking, procrastinating, or dwelling on the past that quietly rob you of the energy you could be using to build, create, and grow. The more mindful you become of these energy leaks, the more you realize that protecting your energy is not just self-care, it is survival. Your environment plays a huge role in your energy. The spaces you spend time in, the content you consume, the music you listen to, the books you read, everything is either adding to your energy or taking from it. Being intentional about what surrounds you is one of the most powerful ways to protect your energy. If something does not bring value, joy, or peace, it is costing you more than you realize. Setting boundaries is another way to guard your energy. There will always be people who demand more of you than you are willing or able to give. There will always be expectations placed on you by society, by family, by work, by friends, but just because someone expects something from you does not mean you have to give it. Learning to say no without guilt is a skill that will save you from exhaustion, resentment, and burnout. Every time you say yes to something that drains you, you are saying no to something that could energize you. Energy is not just physical, it is emotional, mental, and even spiritual. Your thoughts shape your energy. If you are constantly thinking about what went wrong, replaying past hurts, or worrying about things you cannot control, you are spending your energy on things that do not move you forward. The same goes for emotions. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges weighs you down. The more you release, the lighter you feel. Some people walk into a room and bring energy with them, light, positivity, and inspiration. Others walk into a room and take energy, leaving behind stress, tension, or negativity. The question to ask yourself is, what kind of energy am I carrying? And just as importantly, what kind of energy am I allowing into my life? Protecting your energy is not about shutting people out or avoiding challenges. It is about choosing wisely where your energy flows so that you can show up as your best self in everything you do. In the end, the way you experience life is not determined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to respond. You are in control of your emotions, not the other way around. What others do is about how you respond is about you.